pour une autre conférence.
Voyons combien d'argent je peux gagner en 1 minute sur Plinko. Le solde du compte. Kenny's son makes video games. In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art was apparent. His parents, his teachers, and his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games, and his desire to make them was undeniable.
Volvi!
Taking inspirations from the world around him and the games that formed his tastes, Kenny was always in front of a screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind. Video games would take Kenny far in life, but he could have never expected the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Ball Pit just for you, Volvi.
Just for you, Volvi. Ball X Pit, the Kenny Son Story.
Hey there, I'm Kenny's son, and I'm coming up with my new game, Ball Pit. And this is how I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make their own studio.
Are you the only one here?
Yes, it's just me.
There's like 5 of us, Kenny.
So whose studio is this?
So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them. But that game did a lot of good to me. It gave me the belief and the confidence to actually make video games as a career. And I'm so grateful for the early support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started taking out video games every year to hone my craft and explore the passion that I had for geometric shapes. And that gave rise to the IGF-nominated Mr. Sun's Hatbox, which was again declined by Devolver Digital, but that game got a lot of commercial and critical success. And now we are here, in the present tense, Ball Pit.
La conf dure 10 minutes? Ouais, ça m'étonnerait pas.
The base building survival roguelite in partnership with Devolver Digital. They finally got their together and they saw the potential of this beautiful game and its balls started dangling in front of them.
Là, si vous avez pas compris le sketch, en gros, c'est que
No, please don't.
lui, il se prend pour le boss du développement et il dit qu'il est tout seul sur le jeu, alors qu'il y a d'autres gens dans l'entreprise qui disent, mais en gros,
What makes this game so much fun?
bah, il est pas tout seul.
Hold that for
C'est
it.
un peu le sketch du truc.
Go for it.
You said you were the only one here.
Henry?
Balbalon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. Now treasure seekers flock to explore its depths. A brick-breaking, ball-fusing, base-building, survival roguelike. Power up. Rebuild Balbalon.
Ah non, c'est pas du tout Joseph Fares, non, ça c'est sûr. 2025, Ball Pit.
Descend into chaos.
Et on a une démo qui est disponible dès maintenant sur Steam, pour ceux que ça intéresse.
That computer isn't even plugged in.
So anyways,
Putain, mais pourquoi ça me fait rire?
when I first started work on Ball Pit,
When we started work on Ball Pit,
so I was saying, it was a little different from what it is right now. The core concept has been the same from the beginning, but I've built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very private, intimate space. Look, when I was a little boy, I was diagnosed with IBS, internal ball syndrome.
That's not what that stands for.
So what that meant was that I would spontaneously spit up balls.
These dang balls.
But that was not painful or anything. But the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to weave it into the narrative of my next game as an artist. And as they say, true art lies within. Ball Pit. The demo is on Steam as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And if even then you're not convinced, then I have two folks that I've invited who have been really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back.
Ouais, apparemment il y aura que Ball Pit. Ouais.
Thank you so
Apparemment
much.
c'est le seul jeu qu'on va voir, donc je pense que ça va vraiment pas durer longtemps.
These two have been the two stars for sure. These two have been the two stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all you gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I play the Fireball in Ball Pit.
And I'm
Some
Janet.
of you may recognize me from my past works as a segment in Super Mario Bros. Firebar. Yes, I was Ball 3. And most recently as the Light Punch Hadouken from Street Fighter. And my co-star Janice, who is new to video games and, quite honestly, in over her head.
That was an unnecessary jab, Rick. So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited.
Sous le frame, non, mais je suis pas sûr qu'on va voir sous le frame.
So, my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know...
On est quand même 600 là, les gars.
Not like
Vous êtes fous.
balls. Would love to extinguish that. But this is just so much more fun.
Qu'est-ce que j'attends la conf Xbox, je vous jure.
But anyways, I'm rambling now, so sorry about that. I'm just excited to be here. Woo!
A masterclass in syllables. Now, Ball Pit is a fast-paced fantasy roguelike wherein heroes must find the ball.
La drogue c'est mal, vous voyez.
Seemingly bottomless pit of monsters. There are two sides.
Oui, on va voir Mind's Eye tout à l'heure, mais j'avoue que c'est pas pour Mind's Eye que je vais regarder la conf, c'est surtout pour 007 First Light. Parce que je veux voir du vrai gameplay de First Light.
These players select one of the hunters, each with their
Je veux voir une séquence là de 3, 4, 5 minutes où vraiment c'est que du gameplay.
XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into the mix and upgrade or even
Oh
combine
putain, Paul, t'es encore là.
balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy tiles and pesky mini-bosses and menacing final boss figure to clash with at the very end of the run.
Oui, je pense que Xbox va mettre une vitesse au State of Play, oui.
Or all of your spoils of
Merci Papy Gaming.
Get to base camp. Use those resources to build out new structures to your town and fields to harvest that unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from. And
Normalement, ouais, Fast and Gun. Après, faut pas s'attendre à des trucs de fou, mais normalement, ouais, t'as des world premières.
to roam, many hunters to unlock, and a dizzying amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest to rebuild Babylon.
Thanks for mansplaining, prick. Oh, I mean Rick. Slip of the tongue.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit. And there is a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you still haven't, please try the demo on Steam as soon as you can. because this has been something that I've wanted to create
Je
since
crois que ça va pas tarder à se terminer.
and this is something very, very special.
On va attendre de voir, mais je pense vraiment qu'il y avait que ça. Et Volvi, évidemment. Écran noir. Toujours écran noir. Encore écran noir. Ouais, je pense que ça va être... Je pense que c'est tout ce qu'on va avoir. Très honnêtement. Eh ben écoutez... Ouais, je vais me remettre... Non, c'est pas comme ça que je voulais me mettre, c'est comme ça.